welcome to another One Piece manga chapter read along. Today I'm going to be reading two chapters. It will be 1172 and 1173. It feels like it's been a while since I read a chapter, but that's because there was 1 week break and then I didn't read last week because it was busy and stuff and I ended late and my parents were here, and then I just said let's do two chapters next week. In the live chat, we have Hunter and Modru, Walid, Booty, Hachi. Danny is gonna be watching it back tomorrow. Rohit, Modru, Dark Shadow should be here. Cherry was here. So welcome everyone. Thank you for joining me live. Thank you for sticking around after the rant about Dragon Ball Z and English subs and having to talk about that for the 5,000th time. I'm going to start the manga read along at the end of chapter 1171 just to kind of get an idea of where we ended. I think Loki had just finished telling everyone about what happened. If you need more details, I can explain. That won't be necessary for now, Yasan. Okay, so this is where I'm going to pick up, okay? End of 1171. Of course, as usual, I will remind you, I'm not going to show the screen because you need your own copy. I'm reading on Shonen Jump app. Although I am considering to switch to Manga Plus for a while. It's the same people, I think. Does Manga Plus have One Piece? Well, I'll figure it out. But Manga Plus seems to have a bit of a bigger selection here and there. But anyway. I'm trying to forget about you. If you need more details, I can explain. That won't be necessary for now. I don't need a reason to protect my homeland. If we see eye to eye about anything, Loki, it's our love for our father. Allow me to apologize for that, if nothing else. Now fight with me for Elbaf's sake. Yeah, way to go, Loki! Now you can fight! And then there was yowl sound effect, howl, and something fell to the ground. And it was that Droger. Where did that come from? Is that a Droger? Those aren't real. It sounds like the perfect warm-up. You go ahead. I can fly up. What is that thing? What's going on up there? Make it snappy, Hydrogen. Hey Loki, we used to think you were a real bastard who killed his own father. Sorry about that. Oh, that's so sweet. Look at them. It's going to be a great scene. But only for this one thing. All of your other many crimes still count. Just shut up and go. No one asked you to say all of this. This is amazing. I can move again. I'm free. Yes. Okay. Oh, there's more? Hey, ship doctor. I appreciate your help here, but I'm concerned about my son. Oh, right, sure. Nice and gentle, Sanji. Yeah, I know. Weren't you going to stay here? Wait, who? Nice and gentle, Sanji. What are you doing up here? I want to see how you fight. So that's Luffy and he's sitting on his shoulder. Man, I've read this, but it's like a new experience right now, just kind of to refresh it in my mind. And to see Luffy sitting on Loki's shoulder is so cute. Alright then, show off your power. Ragnir. Nibelheim, and then smashes him. Like he freezes him and then smashes through him. What? Okay, here we go. New content, 1172. The picture on the front is swans helping themselves to Bon Clay's makeup. Aww, cute. Even though I said I'm not gonna show it, but there I was showing it because I get excited. The Elbaf I Dreamed of. So that is the title of the chapter. Our foes, number 3. There are 3 main foes, and their mission is to kidnap 10 giant children. They mean to take the children to the Holy Land and use them as hostages, to coerce the warriors of Elbaf into being their battle slaves. How can a mere trio of humans run rampant over both the giant pirates and Yasan? I'm sorry, I fail you, plain and simple. You say children, but these are giants, right? How are 3 humans our size going to carry these giant kids? The woman of the trio has a strange power using arrows. It seems that wherever these arrows point, the children are helpless to resist them. They are walking ceaselessly toward the port in the western village. If they get to the boat, they can lose us at sea and it's all over. That's the true end point of the situation. But if that's all, then why can we not simply take back the children? One of the 3 is named Somers, and he has the whole thorn thing going on. I know him, unfortunately, a man with the powers of the thorn fruit. As a thorn man, he makes free use of vicious, spiky vines. He can make them invisible too, and has wrapped them around the children. And that means we can't pick them up? How sadistic. And they're as hard as steel. If we interfere with the line of children, they will bump into each other and harm one another like hedgehogs. On top of that, if that was not enough, the final member of the trio is most likely manifesting nightmares as real creatures. The children's greatest fears have come to life to prevent any attempt to save them. The irony is, the children are simply walking in line. Let me try that again. The irony is, the children are simply walking in a line in broad daylight, but we're unable to do a thing to help them. All due to the game created by 3 powers working together. Not so! We will save them! It seems quicker to aim for three causing... We're gonna target the 3 bitches doing all this shit, and if we target them, we can save the kids. We can't save the kids, we have to target the source. I'm having trouble reading today. You say they're immortal, but there has to be a way to stop them. Like trapping them in something or crushing them. Or eating them. Sorry, that was evil. But I'm just saying, yes, eliminate them in any way possible. Ha ha, I agree with that. We're nearly up to the sun world. Whoa. Huh? That is chaos. It's beyond anything I imagined. Is there no limit to these nightmare monsters? Look over there. Oh shoot, I hate it when I have to turn the page like this and I don't realize it. I'm gonna have to read like this. But it's more difficult like this. Look over there. Is that the Great Eric? Nope. And now every time I turn the screen, it goes back to page 1. Fantastic. Dori and Brogi's crew was on board, but the monsters downed the ship as they fought back. Unthinkable! Is that hydrogen? Kashi, you're alive! We've been down in the underworld. Tell us what's happening. It's hard to believe, but I'll try to explain. Captain's door... Oh, no! I forgot! Oh, no. Oh, my God. We did a lot of theorizing last time about how they become evil and their homeland and how to undo it and if it's possible and... Oh, I forgot they were turned. No. Captains Dori and Brogi are going to kill Chief Jarul? You have to stop them. Everyone's gone completely mad. What about the children, Kashi? Ripley's got a group chasing after them. But we haven't had any word about success or not. They should have reached the port by now. Oh, and you, Rodo. What about me? Bjorn's there? I have to go. My brother is one of the hostages. Rodo! I'll go with him. Me too. Hey, Kashi, which way is the school? Oh God, is that Zoro asking him which way is the school, or is that Sanji? It's Sanji? Apparently Nami's group is... Oh, that's Sanji. Sanji's asking where's Nami, I get it. Hey Kashi, which way is the school? Apparently Nami's group is near there. You see that fire? That's the school and the library burning. Why are they on fire? You say that Dory and Brogy have gone mad. That's right. Please, you must hurry. Chief Jarul's life is in danger. Oh God, okay. I have to turn. This is a new curse where every time I switch it, it goes back to the beginning. Ugh, that is terrible, terrible, terrible. And look here, I'm not showing you to show you the page, but the number doesn't go away. It's very frustrating. The app is being a little... I've never had these issues before. Please, you must hurry. Chief Jarul's life is in danger. So then it's showing us the current location of Gaban, Chopper, Sanji, Zoro, Goldberg, Gerdo, Hydrogen, Stanson, and Rodo. The school and library are on fire over on this side. Here we have Seoul. Here we have Jarul and Orost Castle. And it's showing us what's happening in each place. Oh, the Walrus and the school library. Over here, we're close to where Seoul is. We have Robin and Nami, Usopp and Jinbei. The library is burning. Chopper is still not back, and Brook got some kind of idea in his head and ran off. That sounds fun. Brook got some kind of idea in his head and he ran away. I can't wait. I hope it's something funny and exciting. They're taking the children. Get these arrows off me. Damn it, I never wanted to see Master Dory and Brogy like that. Kill Jarul! Captains, please stop! Come back to your senses! And then the rescue team, we're coming for you, kids! Get those monsters out of the way! The children keep marching ahead. We're gonna be at the port soon, and then... Don't whine, you're warriors of Elbaf! But we're not warriors! And then at the western village... It's time to flee, Chief Jarul. There's no reasoning with Captain Dory and Brogy right now. I will stay. I have something to say to Elbaf. Okay, so that was quite the recap. When I have the page turned like this, it's not so bad because this is at the bottom. But the moment that I switch it like that, it looks like to fix something that was not broken on the app. I know, right? It happens all the time. YouTube does the same thing. It's like someone is there and they don't have anything to do. So they're scared of getting fired. So they say, I'm going to fix this. But then they just break it. Okay. Page 12, I think. Even though it says page 7, but it's page 12. Hear me, Elbaf. I wish to tell you everything before I die. Is that Chief Jarul? Our old liege, the wise King Harold, wished to bring Elbaf into the world government so that we might coexist with the rest of the world. But on that fateful day, 14 years ago, he was betrayed and denied his wish. I witnessed a demon slaughter Harold and the rest of his soldiers. A demon. Oh, instead of explaining to them that he was taken over, he just, okay. Harold resisted bending the knee and handing over Elbaf to this demon. He fought and he died. What? I thought Loki killed the king. But if people learned the truth, they would rise up in vengeance and become the warfaring nation that Harold did not desire. So I held my silence. Loki, meanwhile, bore the rage of the nation on his back and took to the sea. He may be a tactless man, but Loki is innocent. Dun dun dun! Everyone knows, yay! A bit inaccurate, but a nice turn of phrase. It makes, like, in this moment, it makes sense. Instead of explaining, like, okay, Harold was possessed or something we don't understand, they just say, you know, it was a demon. Straightforward, simple. Especially in this kind of, like, there's no time to explain anything right now. So, nicer than he deserves. Hey. I forgot. Is this the horse guy? Right? I forgot. Man, it's been a minute. But today, it seems though they had given up initially, they once again require our massive power. And thus 3 demons have come back in an attempt to take over our country. Listen up, you devils. If you spare the children's lives, we will freely give up our culture and our history. But if you think you've broken our spirit, you are sorely mistaken. Do not expect Harold's patience from us. Oh, that's a nice line. Oh, I could take a nap and still complete the mission at this point. You think you can rule over us and enslave us? Who do you think you're talking to? I'm sorry, children. I must ask you to cover your ears now. That's right, Jarul. You tell him. The Elbaf I dreamed of doesn't bow to anyone. If the world is destined to be split in 2, as the Harley's prophecy suggests, then Elbaf shall be an enemy to the world government. Did you think that thorns, reversi, and illusions would cause us to submit to your yoke? I like that old man. Zoro says, I like that old man. 3 centuries ago, he was the strongest man on the sea. We will never give in to your rule. Am I wrong? All you proud warriors of Elbaf? You're damn right, Chief Jarul. The Elbaf I love is back. Usopp is fangirling so hard right now. He's so cute. Fine. Just think of a way to undo these arrows. Oh, I love that face. He's so in love. Protect the peace that Harold envisioned. Rah! We've caught up. Watch out that they don't trap you between them. I've got a plan. Shink! Yeah, Zoro! Yeah! The Zoro I love is back! Yeah! Sorry, I'm being Usopp. Wow. I'm actually really happy that I didn't read this chapter last week. Because now this one leads perfectly into the next one. This was just build up. Okay, let's go. I'm jumping straight in. The next one is Usopp smearing honey on the tip of his nose to lure in the rhinoceros beetle by Hoshimiya. Oh, that's so cute. He looks cute there. I think it's... Oh my god, he's standing behind the tree so that his nose looks like a branch with honey on it. And then the beetle is supposed to land on it. I didn't even know you started reading the manga. I've been reading the manga on YouTube for like 2 months now, at least. Okay, I think I want to sit. And someone was quoting that last Zoro sentence on page 5. Always. There's always that one. It's like they learned nothing from the nothing happened incident. Everyone switches to the manga at some point. Yeah. I switched at the perfect time. I think it was right before the anime went on its 6-month break. Or no, during. But I decided before I knew about it because I wanted to, I don't remember, but we talked about it a lot and I was never sure. And then they announced the break and then I was like, well, that's a sign. I'm going to use these 6 months to get caught up on the manga. So that's what happened. And yeah, it's mainly to avoid spoilers. I was also always very excited to theorize with everyone. But the problem is, by the time I read the manga chapter on a Sunday, everyone else had already read the leaked stuff on Tuesday. And so, of course you would ask that. So by the time I read it on a Sunday, everyone else already has established theories that they've been talking about for 5 days. So I actually haven't really had a lot of fun theorizing with people as much as I thought I would. But it's still a great way to avoid spoilers. So, but it's fine because honestly I would never have had as much theories as other people anyway, because I've only watched One Piece once. And a lot of people have been in the community for 10 years. 10 to 20 years. So they've been making connections and like they're much more in depth than I ever could be. So yeah, even if I was reading the leaks on a Tuesday and trying to theorize, I just don't have that foundation that a lot of other people have. I used to make notes, and if I had kept up with my notes, I would have been in a much better position, but I ended up not keeping up with my notes. Okay, I'm gonna sit. Okay, but that was a good chapter, a really good chapter. It was great for the giants. It was a great build-up, very exciting. We had some good lines from, well, Zoro and Jarul, and Usopp being hilarious as always. You can never run out of manga worth reading. Once I read Death Note, I couldn't stop reading manga. I have a lot of manga on my planning list, starting with Berserk and well, I want to do Tokyo Ghoul Re. I read all of Tokyo Ghoul, but then I couldn't get through Re. But I wanna. I want to read Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I want to read Dragon Ball. There's a lot. Before you started the manga, did you have any Elbaf spoilers? I don't remember. Thank you, Slipknot. I heard a lot about Kingdom. It sounds cool. I can actually quickly take a peek on all the manga on my list. Wait, give me a second. So I read 45 chapters of Oshi, 40 chapters of Food Wars, 2 chapters of Green Greens, and then I stopped. I read 339 chapters of Hunter x Hunter, everything that the anime adapted. 66 chapters of Ichi the Witch, 106 chapters of Jujutsu, 100 chapters of Yamada-kun, and 40 chapters of Ruri. Then these are the ones I completed. If you want to take a look later or screenshot it or pause here if you're watching this back. And then on my priority planning list, I have Berserk, Vagabond, and March Comes in Like a Lion. I have Attack on Titan paused right at the end. I still need to read 20 chapters of that. I stopped My Hero Academia on chapter 161 because I wanted to finish the anime first. I stopped Tokyo Ghoul Re on chapter 69, but I need to read all of that again. And then I dropped a few, but I probably will pick this one up again. And then, yeah, there's a lot. Bakemonogatari, Berserk, Black Lagoon, Bleach. I probably will never read Classroom of the Elite. But I'll keep it. Wait. No. Death Note is on my list. Eden Zero, Eureka 7, Fantastic Children, Fruits Basket. There's a manga for Neon Genesis Evangelion. Oh, but it came out after the series, yeah. Rascal Doesn't Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai, Rosario and Vampire, Soul Eater. Yeah, there's a few. Vinland Saga, of course, high on the list. You dropped Oyasumi Pun Pun. Yeah, it wasn't really for me. I understood what it was going for, but it's not my style. It's I can see it's objectively good, but it's not my taste. You reached Albuff fine, but you got spoiled on... Oh, right. Yeah, that's what I was spoiled on. I'm waiting 3 years for Berserk manga reaction. Well, ask Will how long he's been waiting. 6 years? Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a lot of time to read manga, that's the thing. I barely have time for games, and I'm just about to start getting back into games. But manga, I don't know. I want to get there, but it's a slow process. Okay, are we ready for chapter 1173? After a great build-up, we're about to read the Warrior Generation. I just had that song. Be the love generation. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Anyway, sorry. That's not it. That's not the energy we're going for. Okay, page 1 starts with, or page 2, technically. We have these demons on the sides screaming, "Kill Jarul! Kill Jarul!" Dorian Brogy, what has become of you? What plan do you speak of? Roronoa Zoro. First, I need you to tell me if it's okay to cut them into pieces. That sounds crazy. What's the plan? Well, first I need to know, is it okay for me to cut them into tiny little pieces? That's a good question. They're all members of the giant pirate crew. Protecting Chief Jarul's life is our top priority, but ideally, we don't want to harm vaunted warriors who've earned our respect. Is that Hyrujin and Stanson? They've spotted us. Remember, don't get sandwiched. So, have you boys managed to unite all of giant kind yet? I'm guessing the answer is no. Zugya. Go right ahead, Roronoa. I hear you, brothers. What is the line in Japanese? Does anyone know what he said exactly there in Japanese? I want to know the Japanese line right there. That one right over there when it says, I hear you, brothers. I can imagine that, that acknowledgement, how does it go? Yokai, or I don't know. Aha! They can't sandwich you if you're overhead, huh? Diga. Clever. Let's flank them from the sides then. You got it, Hyrujin. Huh? So then Zoro is jumping on their heads. He's up above, a little puny human. Oh, 3-sword style, secret art, crossing the 6 paths. Kya! Zhuak! Well done, Roronoa. Roronoa? What? I don't what? Oh, that's Dorian Brogy. Oh, shoot. Whoa, gotta move. Whoa, where? I can't even see. Where is Zoro? He's too tiny. Captains. I don't... What? Did he try to slice Zoro and then he sliced him instead? Each other. Oh, shit. That happens so fast. He slices all of them and then he jumps to Dorian Brogy. They see him and slash, and then they Whew, okay then. And push. What is this? No, what is Brooke doing? Brooke, branch root 8. And push. And push. Princess Shuri! Is that you? Princess Shuri! No, of course not. I know that can't be her. But you look so alike. It reminds me of her. And I couldn't help but check, just in case. But even if you're not the same person, you must be blood relatives, yes? If she were still alive, she'd be nearly 80 years old, after all. And she certainly couldn't recognize me. Not in the state I'm in now. But your face, your blue hair. Oh, blue hair. Oh no, blue hair. I have a bias for characters with blue hair. Your face, your blue hair, your mismatched eyes, the Holy Land, and your love for my music. All of it aligns perfectly, doesn't it, Princess Shuri? I never wanted to think of you again for the rest of my life. Not the father-killing princess. The life you stole away belonged to the man to whom I owe everything. I literally thought Brooke was running away to try some kind of whack-a-mamie plan that was going to be hilarious. Meanwhile, we're getting huge lore. So does Emu. Yeah, the blue hair, Nefertari Vivi, Nefertari Titi, the other one. Her blue hair is like royalty. I never wanted to think of you again for the rest of my life. Not the father-killing princess. The life you stole away belonged to the man to whom I owe everything. And then she kind of like, but what if she was Domi Reversid? Because like, already then I mean, if she is the father-killing princess, it might be a misunderstanding in the same way that Loki is the father killer too. But we don't know who did what, and with Emu being able to control people and manipulate situations and no one being able to understand exactly who did what, I can see like, what if she was being controlled to kill her dad, for example. So she obviously is getting some kind of like, her memories are returning, fighting for a place in her mind. GUNKO. Is the memory coming back? Run, Brooke! Did she say that? Did she say that? Huh? What? The rope is wobbling. If he can break through to her, she can... The whole plan will fall apart because the plan is 3 parts. The arrows forcing them forward, the thorns making sure no one can pick them up, and then the the nightmares, keeping them distracted or fighting, you know? So if one part can be the most important thing, tying everything together is the arrows making the kids walk. So if he can break through to her, free at last. GUNKO, how darest thou? Brooke, okay, so it seems like she's not at all the person that we were led to believe. Like, she's completely being controlled. Oh no, it tightened again. What was that just now? What do you mean run? Don't you realize I came to finish what was started? Who in the world are you? Shut thy mouth. Ka-ching! What are thee to GUNKO? This is gonna look so good. I did not know she had blue hair. I have a key for GUNKO and Waifu Wars, and obviously no one knew what she looked like yet. But this, in my mind, because of this picture, wait, I'll show you in a second. Here, she had the blonde hair, or greenish even, like. Brooke just blocked Emu's attack. Well, Emu, torn GUNKO. Blue hair, I see. Remember, Emu seems to be controlling GUNKO. So it's not like to me, it's not like a straight up Emu attack. I don't know. But Modru says I saw a lot of green hair fan art. It's cool. It's cool. That, you know, we don't really know until a color version releases, so you kind of have to use your imagination. Okay, so now we're at Usopp, branch route 8. Yes, I'm free! I feel like my mental powers did that. Why did they go slack for just a moment? Because GUNKO was fighting back. Robin's tied up with something else. We've got to get you out. Don't worry about me. Just save the children, Nami. The western village is quite far away and Ange took off running. And even she might not make it in time. Oh God. Nami-swan! That's Sanji. Sanji. It's like all caps in bold and Nami. That's how it's put like that. Who else? Of course it's Sanji. By the western village, branch route 8. Gihahaha, walk you brats. The goal is just ahead. I bet you're one of the demons Chief Jarul talked about. Well, you're gonna regret it. Albuff's really strong. We know that. It's why we're using you. I hear you're Gaban-san, huh? Shut up! Untie these thorn ropes. Yeah, let us go. Or at least fight us fair and square. You're funny. It's too late, kids. Look over there. It's the port and ship. Take a good look at your homeland. It's the last time you'll ever see it. What? No! I won't get to see Mommy and Daddy anymore? Help! Don't take us away! Hello, Great One? Killingham? I've almost completed the mission. Summers is such a douchebag, for sure. He's not even like a somber evil guy. He's a I laugh at your pain, children, evil guy. That's like the worst kind. But at least he's the type of bad guy that no one's ever gonna tell me, but you don't know his backstory. Because he's not hot, he's not cool, so no one gives a fuck about his backstory. I love villains like that, because let me just, while they're being evil, can I just hate them, okay? I don't care what their reasons are. He's just a douchebag. I'm joking. I don't love villains like that. I just find it refreshing because there's always someone telling me, you don't know their backstory. Anyway, I won't get to see mommy and daddy anymore. Okay, completing the mission, blah, blah, blah. I want to get out of here as soon as possible. Anything else we need to do? Colin, Hilva, Olaf. Hey, what are those sleep-tids doing? What is a sleep-tid? They're supposed to be keeping those giants occupied. Oh, the sleep-tids are the nightmare things. Okay. I'm waiting for his backstory to laugh at it. That's another way to go. Mama, it's our parents and Grandpa Oimo. Look out from up above. It's Nika! No! The god of destruction? No! Mommy! You call that Nika? Don't play games with us. We're the warrior generation. Go! And then they're jumping into attack. Whoa, they're so strong! Look over there. That's where the kids are. It's too late, even if we run. Here we go, Goldberg. Ready? Set. Double General. Wait. I can join in too. I'm coming to save you, little brother. Triple General GUNKO Sovereignty. Yeah. I don't know how to do him sound. Yow. Triple General GUNKO Sovereignty. I don't know how to say that word. Sovereignty? I didn't notice that Oimo is a grandfather. Apparently. So they destroyed the Nika. Hey, are you trying to flatten me? Oh, it crushed the boat! The ship! Oh, shoot. Yeah. Poop your pants, you stupid head. Damn, that was smart. They might not have made it in time, but they shot that thing and they destroyed their means for getting away. Genius. Woohoo! Calling someone a douchebag is unfair to douchebags everywhere. Yeah, but what can we do? A word to describe him does not exist. We need to create a new one. Are you talking about GUNKO? She may have lost her personality after possibly getting the Depth's Covenant, kind of like when Emu took control of Harold. Do we blame Harold for the murders of all those guards? You physically cannot. When someone is being, it's fiction. The fictional story is telling us they're literally being mind controlled. There's no, it's like a robot toy, like, or something, with a remote control. There's no choice in the matter there. It's literal. It's not just brainwashing or propaganda like in real life. It's actual physical mind control that is totally possible in this fictional world. So if she was being controlled like that, you won't hold her accountable. She was a victim, I would say, unless we're shown that she had any sort of choice in the matter. But I'm just saying, since you're talking about it, I don't know who you're talking with. I'm just reading your message. But yeah, if we're talking about holding someone accountable, you do hold people in real life. If people are adults, even if they've been, like, to some extent, you have to hold people accountable, even if they were being like manipulated or whatever. But there's obviously degrees to these things. Like, a lot of people claim insanity, for example, and it gets them a lesser sentence, but they still get held accountable to some extent. So in real life, it works very different. But if it's a story where there's like real, we can be told this was completely taken over, I don't know, I would judge them very differently. Bro is cooked. Bro is getting Saturned. That's a new verb. I like it. Okay, wow, that was a great chapter to end on. I'm actually really happy that I didn't read a chapter last week, but there's no way that I'm skipping the next one because I definitely want to see what happens after this. I'm really hoping that it doesn't, like, you know how it ends on a good note? Sometimes it ends on a bad note and then the next time it turns good. I don't want it to end on a good note and then next time turn bad, but the ship was their means of escape. So I'm feeling it's a very good thing for us. And luckily it looks like we do have a chapter coming in 7 days. So there's no break next week. So the next chapter is going to be 1174 next Sunday. Unless we have proof. I will judge GUNKO the same way I judge other holy knights. Yeah, you can definitely wait for proof. 100% fair. Like, you need to see that at this time, her actions were her actions, and we only have a hint at the moment through her interaction with Brooke, because to me it looks like Brooke brought her to her senses, like, and then Imu was like fighting for control, like, oh, did a memory come back? So meaning her memories were taken from her or suppressed in some way. So it's definitely just a theory at this point, but to me it looks like, but I'm just talking about this because I saw the conversation. I haven't really decided how I feel, but if I had to decide right now, based on the hints we were given here, it's looking more like she was being controlled. But also I think what is making me think that way is kind of like the whole title of Father Killer. It seems kind of parallel to Loki. So everyone in this chapters or this arc, we saw how easily you could be wrong about someone being, bad, even though everyone knew him. Oh, he's this murderer, he killed Jarul. And it showed us like, oh, well the truth of the matter is this. But obviously if you judged him before that, you only could make your decision based on the facts, and the facts that you had was that he was the father killer, you see? So that's why now we get the title again, Father Killer. So it's immediately with the other hints, like the memories and also her expression to some extent, and fighting Imu, and Imu almost seeming desperate to find out, who are you, to GUNKO. We also saw her cry, yelling father in 1149. Oh, we did. We did. 1149, you say. Let's see. Oh, so here it seems like come on. So one of the kids screaming daddy reminded her of, or brought back this kind of memory where she seems to be screaming father. And then she says, what's this memory? And then so she literally doesn't have access to her memories, it seems. But triggers bring it back. And that's where we saw the part with Brooke. But then Are you Brooke? So it's like she broke out of a trance and then suddenly, kshing, like something happened here in her head. At this moment, the Holy Land is a sea of fire. We need greater numbers. Allow Mu to show you the dominance of a god. So that's when Imu took over fully. But it seems like she doesn't have access to her memories at all. She doesn't know who she is. That's a bit tough because she was just a puppet maybe, but actually a puppet that Imu could enter into and control. That's violating, to say the least. But yeah, we'll see with time. No need to decide how we feel about her now, but it just seems to me like there's more to the story. I will add the cover from volume 113 that revealed the color for GUNKO's hair. Oh, yes, please. Let me quickly take a look at the manga chat from 1172. The chapter was good for being a reminder of what is happening in the present after the flashback. I wonder what is Zoro planning against Dori and Brogy. Maybe he will instigate a fight between Dori and Brogy that will nullify the Domireversi, or he will just use his swords. Just ask who is stronger and have their little garden competition all over again. And then Modru tagged me to say, or from this tweet saying, One Piece creator Oda became the #1 highest selling author in history to have only one series published. He is ranked #7 in history amongst multi-series authors. Bye, Hachi. One Piece only needs another 20 million copies to beat Superman. It's only a matter of time now. So here's Tiago's thoughts on chapter 1173. It looks like no one even needs to go Dori and Brogy into fighting each other. Imu going to be slacking. Brook is about to become another person to survive in a confrontation with Imu after Sabo, Garp, Roger, and whoever else. Oh no, the ship is gone, and just after Somers said that the mission is complete. If only he called Buggy's delivery service in advance, he wouldn't have this problem. The thing is that comparing those numbers isn't really One Piece, Superman. Okay. I like the chapter, but I didn't like the route we are going with Imu controlling and making them do evil things. I can accept GUNKO being controlled for plot reasons for Brook's backstory, but I hope Oda doesn't pull the twist that all the elders, no, we're definitely not going that way. You see minimal personality from GUNKO. So my assumption is that her memories are being suppressed and she's being controlled. But the others do not seem to be suppressed and controlled. They have personalities. They are jackasses. They do what they do for power and stuff. So they're less puppets and more. That's my assumption based on, I think, personality. I could be completely off here, but they don't seem to be controlled in the same way at all. No. Ow. Annoying. I don't know what's wrong with my lashes today. Saturn was good. Yeah, no, I don't see the story going that way at all. It's already established that they are independent, like they're under, there's a hierarchy, Imu and then the 5, but they're independent personalities, they each have their own category, the scent of science and the this and the defense and the that. GUNKO, if you look at her actual scenes, there's no self there's no individuality compared to someone like Somers. So I don't see it going that way at all, but Like, I'm 99% sure no. If anything, maybe GUNKO, but I can also see her carrying a lot of guilt, even if she didn't choose to do things, even if she was being controlled, even if her memories were completely suppressed and she was being puppeted, whatever. I can see her carrying a lot of guilt and end up sacrificing herself by the end of this chapter, or something crazy happening, because she's like supposed to be 80 years old. And imagine all your memories rushing back to you from your past, plus what you've been doing for 80 or something years, 60 years since you've been being controlled. Like, my mind would snap from the rush of information and guilt. So if it's true that she is being controlled or her memories are being suppressed and so on, that would be a difficult reconciliation to make between who she was and who she was controlled to be. Like, but I would bet a lot of money on the fact that Oda would not write, oh, the elders are actually good people. No, God. We saw Saturn hide Emeth to Emu and being killed for that, so Emu doesn't control them entirely at all. They can hide things and they are not always being controlled. One of the themes of Egghead is free will, and we saw with Kuma and the Seraphims, the mechanized Sea Kings, that free will is always a thing. Free will is like the ideal. But there are definitely... You don't need to see the screen. I'm reading. Do you need me to read louder? What is a Winter Soldier? Is that from Captain America? Rohit says, to clarify, my main complaint isn't that they're being controlled, but the power of Emu is very plot convenient. It's confusing. If you have power to turn people evil and control, why don't you do every holy night? The elders, admirals. Instead, some are controlled and some are semi-controlled, and then some have free will with different contracts. Doesn't seem that complicated to me. Like, it depends. Do they do your bidding? No. Do you want their power? Yes. So I will take control of them. If they could control everyone as much as they wanted, they would just control the whole world. But clearly there are limits. It would take energy and focus and whatever else to control people indefinitely and on a large scale. So you would, obviously, if someone is an asshole, you can easily get them on your side because they want to be on the side of the bad guy that has the most power. So people like Somers and blah, 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 they willingly give up their lives for that immortality and blah, blah, blah. But if you want someone's power, but you can't get them to join you, what do? You control them if you have that power at your disposal. But obviously there would be limits. This is the cover from volume 113 that reveals GUNKO's hair color. Ooh! Wow! Exciting! Wow, what a lovely, lovely cover. Sadly, well, actually, I don't know. So far I've been collecting all of the manga that I have is these threes. It's 3 volumes in one. And you only see like a part of the volume cover, like this. Like, it's kind of small. But from now on, now that I've caught up, I would love to start buying them individually. Yeah. Okay, 1173. Gabon standing next to them, like he is a holy knight. next to them. No, he's on Luffy's side. But I see what you mean. Like, it's kind of like all three of them and then Gaban in the middle. Oh, yeah. But Luffy, he's with Luffy. He's like, shit, why I gotta be in the middle of these assholes? I love his hair. So glorious, not gonna lie. Nefertari di GUNKO. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. I'm very curious about the Nefertari lineage. I think, Booty, didn't I share you a theory at one point about Nefertaris? I should read that in a video once and try and remember if it goes in that direction. We'll see. Okay, let me roll quickly. But very exciting chapters today. I especially love that they so perfectly one built up into the next one. And with Brook, oh my gosh, that kind of the depths of his character just keeps going, right? If only Zoro got that kind of any kind of backstory, anything about Zoro's backstory, I want to know. But no. We went through all of freaking Wano, and I was thinking if there was gonna be a time for Zoro to get, this would be the time, but no. But it's fine. I love this for Brook. Love. Now I see it. What is the background on the cover? It looks like a map. Yeah, maybe. La Berry or Radada, Clandia is probably maybe all of the cause I don't know. I wonder if it has a meaning. Nte. If you can, Booty, did we pen that theory? I would love to read that at some point and we didn't pen the theory, but we can find it. Maybe next time I can read it. Brook has no idea that he's facing the ultimate evil of the world. Wild. This went much faster than I thought. Today's chapter is like, I think it's because there's so much action in it. Okay, wait, did you just pin the message? Ah. Okay. So, let me just quickly read. I wrote this in December, middle December, so I'm going to read my own thoughts, but I might argue with myself. Let me see what I said. So, I shared this screenshot. So, this was a character in Waifu Wars, and I thought of like something when I saw the character, okay? So this is Nefertari Lily. So you know you have Vivi, Nefertari Titi, and Nefertari Lily. So I was going through my screenshots and I remembered I took this because it gives off emu vibes for sure. And Booty replied, I won't bet that she herself became emu, but the feeling is that they have some special connection, higher than with the other 19 families. And I said, I would bet it, but not my life savings, you know? And then Booty replied, I'm checking. I was under the impression that she returned at some point to Arabasta, and then she went missing. I remember the part of the poneglyph, so I thought she was able to return to do that. But no, she never returned at all. She could become emu, and that's why she never returned. So here it says on the wiki, After the establishment of the world government, Lily chose not to move her family to Mary Joie, having not placed a symbolic weapon around the empty throne, and attempted to return to her homeland. It was allegedly the belief of the world government that Queen Lily went back to her country in safety, but as King Cobra found out, she never returned home. With Lily missing, her younger brother took over as Arabasta's ruler in her stead. Usually when it comes to like siblings and royalty, I don't want to believe that of the Nefertaris, but siblings often stab each other in the back to become the inheritor of the throne or whatever. But the most important part for me here is that Lily went missing. After she decided she does not want her family to move to Marijoa, they're going to go down and live with the rest of the world. And they did not place a symbolic weapon around the empty throne. As if, in my mind, like the 20 families were fighting against something. And then they won. But it's like, maybe they believed something about what they fought against. But then the Nefertari or Lily realized, wait, I fought with you because I believed in your cause, but now you're going too far. And then she pulled out. Like, this is not what we were fighting for, So I'm theorizing, obviously, and based on very little information because I don't remember everything because I've only watched this once. But that is in my mind how I see it playing out. So the Nefertari family went back, but she was lost. According to Emu, Lily's actions led to the poneglyphs to be spread across the world, which became the worst possible outcome for the world government. They wondered whether it was a genuine mistake on Lily's behalf, or if it was part of a greater plan. I don't remember reading that part. But so Lily's actions led to the poneglyphs to be spread around the world. So then he sent me that, and I said, oh, that's very interesting. What if she was like the same way that GUNKO is being almost possessed, because I would theorize that Emu needs GUNKO's power, for example. It's a very convenient power. So, but if someone doesn't want to join you, what do? You force them or coerce them, brainwash them, I don't know, whatever you can. So what if that happened to Lily as well? Kind of like a Harold situation. It's not so much a trick, but you know what I mean. And what if she doesn't even remember being Lily? So this was, last year, December. Booty replied, since Emu introduced the rituals and paths, I can see a ritual that forces on her from the other 19 families. If Emu is Lily, so what if she got her family out in time, but she didn't get out in time? If Emu is Lily, Vivi will have to come back and have a big role in the Lost Ark. Please. So then I said, oh, that was the end of the conversation. I literally just said, please. Okay, well, that was my theory. The only theory I've thought of so far. And it was mainly because I want Vivi to come back and have a big role in the end. I'm curious to see a backstory with Brooke and GUNKO. I'm curious if she has that blue hair, that iconic blue hair. I'm hoping she's Nefertari too. If Emu is Lily, Cobra will know her when he sees Emu, didn't he? How long has it? Why would they look the same? He's a demon man. It's like hundreds of years, 800 years or something. Why would they look the same? And also seeing an old portrait of someone from 800 years ago and then seeing their demon self 800 years later, how would you recognize? Even if they don't age normally. I don't know, but something happened to Lily. Emu hates Lily because of what she did. Do you think Emu and the GUNKO are best friends? Do you think you need to be best friends if you're going to take over someone's body? Do you think Demon cares about... GUNKO tried to get Brooke to run, going against Emu's will. What did Lily do? Her family was part of the 20, and then they betrayed them. You see? It all adds up. No, I'm joking. But it doesn't matter if Emu hates Lily. Okay, well. Anyway, very, very great chapter. Very great weekend. I had a lot of fun. If you have any more thoughts, theories, questions, make sure to post it on the video afterwards. I'm going to be posting it on my... No, not here. On my manga channel. It does get posted here for now, but eventually I'm going to probably re-upload everything here and just leave it as is, so that if anyone wants to read it back or watch it back not live, then this is where you come and get it. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to be making some changes to my content over the next few weeks, but nothing bad, like just going to streamline some things, and then I will be streaming more eventually on YouTube for, like, hopefully Dragon Ball, Kakarot, and so on, and Yakuza 0. I think that will very nicely integrate onto YouTube. But it won't be anytime soon. Probably like March, starting in March. But I'll be back again here next Sunday for chapter 1174. And if you're on the Discord, I will see you in the Rose chat. Cherry, who do you want from me? You searched? Yes, it was amazing chapters. With how fast the time flies lately, March is tomorrow. Don't say that! Time is passing slowly. Time is going... They say the days go slow and the years go fast or something, but can everything just slow down? Yes. Let's start talking as if everything's going really slowly, because maybe it will trick our brains into seeing everything in slow motion. I was checking because I still have Tamaki. I'd love to trade you. Did you get a key for him yet? Because I have a key for him. I can trade you at the moment. Nobody. But I haven't been getting any keys. The moment I get more keys, it'll be easier for me to trade some good characters. Yeah, and at the moment I'm only rolling WA. You have a key. I haven't. I'll keep him. Yes, keep him, and then when you get a key for him, then we can trade. Because I have 2 keys for him. I also have 2 keys for Haruhi. So I'm kind of like set. But there are some characters that I definitely want to trade you. But only once I get keys. My key luck is not so great. And the first week it was good. Now it's not so great. Okay. And at the moment it's WoW week, so I'm only rolling WA. I can only get girl keys. Okay, thank you so much, Cherry. I was so happy that you could join for all of the manga read along. I'm happy that your difficult week is over, by the way, and the behind you. I hope you have lots of time this week to get your energy back. Thank you, Booty, Hunter, MB Quiz, Falconia, Walid, Hunter, Rohit, and if I didn't read your name, I really appreciate your presence. I had a lot of fun with the chapters. I'm really lucky sometimes when I have to skip an episode or a chapter. Almost always they perfectly like it's almost always a good idea to do two at a time because it just always works out. Okay, so have a really nice week, everyone. Valentine's Day is next Saturday. I will be streaming Dragon Ball Super and stuff, so I hope to see you on Twitch. And yeah, thank you for the fun stream. Glad that we have a chapter next week. Yes, we don't have to wait too long. I can't wait. More Nefertari family information. Give me, give me, give me. Can you buy Jump manga every week? I use the Shonen Jump app. I show you quickly before I leave. Here, Shonen Jump. So you get a lot of manga there. It looks like that. So you pay monthly and then you get access to all the new chapters except a few things that are on the website and not on the app. Okay, bye. See you guys next week. Thank you so much for a great weekend. I'll see you guys.